Hello, I just recently bought a Spy 5000M motorcycle security system. Decided to install it in my 2013 Kawasaki Voyager 1700. And all my other motorcycles, I've never really been concerned about having an alarm, which 90% of my riding is from home and is parked in the garage, so I've never been too concerned about having that extra security. But with this bigger bike, one of the main reasons I bought it was so that I could start doing some real traveling this year. And I settled on the Spy 5000 mostly because of price. It was only $100, a little less. From the reviews that I've read, there's a Scorpion unit that's like $300. It's probably your best bet and probably a better unit. But for the little bit of extra security that I wanted, I decided I'm just getting the Spy 5000M. So I wanted to show just a little bit of what I've done on the install, in case anybody else wants to install on their Voyager or wants to install it on whatever bike they've got. Now, the Spy 5000 comes with several features. It has the shock sensor, the proximity sensor, it has a remote start, it has a ignition disable, and I decided just to hook up the basic functions like a lot of people have with this unit. And my main reason for that, I actually did all the research and figured out what I needed to hook where. I was going to install the entire unit, but with most of these units and with this unit, the wiring on them is just not up to par. The wiring is much thinner, it's not near as heavy duty, and I didn't want to take any chances with my, $18,000 motorcycle. And I didn't want to do anything that I couldn't easily pull out in 2 seconds. I was worried that it might someday, if the unit went bad, I might be traveling and I wouldn't be able to even restart the unit. Now, one of the first things that I want to mention is the remote. One of the biggest complaints that I've read of people having trouble with this system is they'll say, well, I've got it started now, but when I disable the alarm, 8 seconds later it automatically rearms. And I can't even ride my motorcycle. Well, a lot of people didn't seem to understand, and I finally found one helpful tip on it before I decided to buy the unit, that on the unlock button on the side, if you press that, let me move my camera here. I'll show you my bike. This is my 2013 Voyager. It's in my garage. It's unfortunately a rainy day, so I decided not to do this outside like I'd originally wanted to. But this is my 1700 Voyager. To me, this is the best bike on the market. And if it had come with a Bluetooth stereo, would have been the best bike available anywhere, in my opinion. I don't like the iPod adapter setup. I mean, it works okay, but anyway, that's a whole different video. But anyway, I'll back up here. You can see that I'm going to arm the bike, and I've got it hooked up to my turn signal lights like I'm supposed to. Now, the proximity sensor, it works, but in my opinion is not great. I have to do a lot of movement around the bike to get it to go off, and I'm going to show you how I install. Yeah, see, there it went. And it is a very loud unit. I've permanently turned it off now. And sometimes you have to hit that unlock again in 3 seconds to get it to stay off. And if you don't hit it just right, I have had it rearm again in 8 seconds, but I promise you it will shut off and stay off if you double tap the unlock. There's only a few wires that you actually have to hook up on this unit. This is how I installed it on my 1700. It rearmed. We'll try it again. I hit it 3 times that time. I probably messed it up. Anyway, I put the proximity sensor here. These two units have double-sided tape on everything, so you can stick it wherever you wanted to. I put the proximity sensor here on the rear tire well. Under here is my antenna. I should have probably moved it down here a little bit more, but I didn't want to take a chance on the seat damaging the antenna, so I put it up under this bracket. Like I said, there's only about 5 wires that you have that you really should install. Really only 3 that you have to. It comes with a ground wire with a metal ring on it. Right here is one of the main ground spots on the Voyager, right here underneath the bottom of the gas tank. I hooked the ground wire up here Very short. I added an extension to it to make it longer so it would reach. I didn't like that it was so short, but not a big deal. I added another piece of wire in there and connected it and made it longer. Then you have your power wire you hook up to your power positive, black wire you hook up to your battery negative, and you can get by with just those 3 wires. I did go ahead and install the other 2 yellow wires that activate your left and right turn signal. That's your indication that you set your alarm and all that good stuff. And on the Voyager, right back here, I have other things installed, so my wiring's a little messy and I'm not done with this project. It's still in process. But these 2 yellow wires here activate the turn signals, and they can be found right off this box here. It's the green and gray wires coming off this gray box that's on the side of your battery cover. The green and gray is your turn signals. Red is your positive power for your brake lights to just be on. Blue is your brake light itself. As you can see, I've also installed the back off brake light LED flasher. And then there's the black and yellow, which is your ground. Those are the only wires you really have to install on this unit to get it to work. They have another wire which hooks to accessory. And they have another wire that hooks to your starter, and then 2 more wires which hook up to your kill switch to disable the bike. Like I said, I don't trust the thin wires on this unit, so I didn't do any of that. If I ever decide to go back and hook those up, then I'll do that later. And then the proximity sensor, the antenna, and then the siren has 3 connectors that you just plug and play. And also, I'm not going to take the cover off, but my siren, I just ran right under this cover where the ABS unit is on this bike and installed it right under this cover. But for what I wanted this unit for, I think it's going to work pretty good. I'm fairly happy with it. My main reasons for buying it were that, like I said, when I'm traveling and spending the night overnight somewhere at a hotel, something like that, I don't have to get up 6 times during the night to go out and make sure my motorcycle's still there. With that alarm and with the lock on the steering wheel, between those 2 things, I hope to have a much more secure bike. I've watched several videos on how easily it is to actually break the steering wheel lock, and I didn't want it just takes a little bit of force on these and it breaks those steering wheel locks, and then you can just roll your bike away. I'm almost out of time on this video, but I just want to show you a little bit about how I installed it, and also show you that it does work. It's very easily just get your basic functions, and how I hooked it up on my 1700 in case you want to buy one for your motorcycle. But locks up. The shock sensor is fairly sensitive, not real sensitive. I think it's actually in this unit, not this unit. And of course, you can barely touch it directly to get it to alarm. But one of the main things that I liked, I did test this with my seat on the bike, and just sitting down on the bike, the alarm went off. And that was on the shock sensor, not the proximity sensor. But like I said, it'll give me just a little bit of extra peace of mind when I'm traveling. And don't forget to hit your double unlock on your remote to get it to disarm the system while you're riding. And that's my video. Hope it helps somebody. Thanks.